Alright guys, so I finally got the floor all chipped out for our shower pan. So the next step that I need to get to doing is setting the drain. So I've got this Schluter Kerdi drain here with the PVC that's going to set right down in there. So my first project today, or my first task today, is I need to figure out how far down to cut that pipe so that the drain can sit on top of it, and I need the slope from the edges all the way around to come down to the top edge of the drain, so right out here all the way around, and I need it to be at least a 1/4 inch per foot. So that is going to be, I'm going to spend some time kind of using a level, making some marks, figuring out where I need to cut that pipe so that this can sit on top of it and it still makes it with the correct slope. Okay, I'm going to try to explain here what I'm doing to set this drain, because I've never done this before, and I tried to do some research, which is usually searching YouTube, and I couldn't really find some good videos explaining how to exactly set the drain in the shower pan. They'll show you how to put the mortar around it so it stays secure and how to slope your deck mud to it, but I couldn't find a great video on how to actually set the drain in there. So what I've done is I have these, I ordered these concrete screeds. I got, these ones here. There's like a 4-footer, a 3-footer, 2-footer. That's the 6-footer. And I think there's a 1-footer as well. It was like $70 for a set of 6 or 7 of them. So I thought it was well worth it to have some screeds which provide me a straight edge as well. So I've got the level here from one side to the other side, and I did that all the way around, and that helped me to mark a line. I've already cut the pipe, but I marked a line so it's kind of, if you look here, it's flush with the surface, the outer surface of what will be the shower. So currently the 2-inch PVC is flush with the outer surface. So the next thing I did was I took the drain and I flipped it over on a level surface. Get your tape measure, drop it in there so it's on the floor, and then I looked on the little lip in here where it hits, and it's 3 inches. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but it's 3 inches from the floor to this surface here, which is where it will mount to the PVC. So I have 3 inches from what will essentially be the top of the PVC to the top of the drain. Okay, but I can't just measure down 3 inches from here, cut this, and then plop the drain on. The last thing I had to do was, you got to figure out your slope. So remember, it's a minimum of a 1/4 inch per foot of slope. So on this shower, the furthest distance I have is from this corner here, and it comes out to 3 feet. Same thing from this corner here to 3 feet. It's a little shorter on this side, which will be fine, but the longest distance I have is 3 feet times a 1/4 inch, so that will give us 3/4 inches that we need the drain sitting down so we can get a proper 1/4 inch per foot slope down to the drain. So what I've done is, from flush, I measured down 3 inches to account for the depth of the drain, and then, well, that was about here, and then another 3/4 inches to account for the slope of the shower pan. So I should be able to cut it here nice and flush, and then I'm going to put the drain on, and hopefully my my math works out correct, and I will have a nice level slope from all the edges down into the drain. So that's what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to cut that pipe where I made my measurement and put the drain cap or the drain on there, and then hopefully the slope is correct. I'll let you guys know how that goes. Okay, so I've got my line marked down there. The only issue I have is getting a saw blade in there, so I think what I'm going to do is try to use the multi-tool. It's a little buzz saw, as the stud pack would call it. And I'm just going to go around, well, I'll let you watch me do it. Okay, so I'll just take a knife blade and kind of clean up that edge, but that worked out well. So let me do that, and then I'm gonna put the drain on and see how we are, if we got that slope. Okay, so I think that will work. I checked the one corner, the longest corner, and it was good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a level and just go all the way around each edge, just to make sure there's a good slope, at least a 1/4 inch per foot, right down towards the drain. Make sure the drain's level too. Nothing's glued in yet, it's just dry fit. So you're checking level in kind of 6 planes. So 1, 2, 3. So that will get all sides. Perfect. Okay, I was nervous about that. So the drain is now in a good position. So the next thing I need to do is mix up some quick set mortar and fill it in all the way around here. Well, I need to glue the PVC in first, and then I'm going to mortar the drain in all the way around so this flange is nice and supported. Okay, so I just want to show you here. I just put the glue in. It's probably set up by now. We're looking down on the level. We're looking at this bubble here. So in that direction is perfect. We'll turn it 90 degrees. Perfect. We'll go halfway between the two. Lighting's not great, but that's perfect. And perfect there too. Yeah, it doesn't look good on camera, but it's good off camera. It's perfect. So there you go. That's how you set that drain on the PVC pipe. There were a few things there that I had to kind of figure out for myself, but luckily it worked out. So to recap, you need to set it at the correct elevation or depth so that from every edge of your shower there's a slope coming down into the drain, minimum of 1/4 inch per foot. So the key is to make sure you get from the longest point or the furthest point from your drain. That's going to be the most slope that you'll need because it'll be the longest distance. So mine was 3 feet, so 3/4 inch per foot, or sorry, 3/4 inch total to the drain, and then everything else will work out around it. Alright, so now that that's done, the next step, like I just said, is to fill in around the drain, you know, kind of up to this flange with mortar. Alright, so I've got the rapid set mortar, mixing bucket, and some water here. So this stuff sets really fast. On the bag up in the corner there it says it sets in 15 minutes. So I'm going to try to mix it and be really quick. I got to fill in the voids in here and then get it up under the flange, and I'll just kind of do it all the way around under the flange. But got to be quick about it because it sets really fast. So here we go. Normally I would tell you to mix small amounts at once, but I definitely need to mix the, I'll probably just do just more than what I need to fill in my hole here and get it up under that flange. I don't want to be short, so I mean it's like 15 bucks for that bag, so I'd rather over mix than be short and have to mix some more. Here goes. Okay, before this sets, I'm going to check the level one more time. Because once this sets, it's done. Boy, we are perfect. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's it. We got our drain set. This is already starting to firm up, but I'm really happy with how that went. As you can see, I had to mix the other half the bag. I wasn't expecting to need that much, but luckily I could do it really quickly. I had all the tools I needed right here with me, so just in case, always plan for the worst case scenario. Yeah, as you can see, I kind of really tried to wedge it all down to fill up all that void down around the drain, and then also up under the whole flange. And then you even want it to get to the point where it kind of oozes out of these little openings here, because that helps hold the flange in place. Okay, and then I just kind of made it a little wall around the flange. And then you saw me at the end check for level again, because that's the last opportunity you have to make sure that drain flange is nice and level. Once this stuff hardens, there's no going back unless you break it all back out of there. And then what you couldn't see on camera, if you notice I'm all wet, as soon as I got this all done, I grabbed the bucket that I mixed with and all my tools, which were sitting in a bucket of water, and ran outside and rinsed them all off, because if you wait another 5 minutes, this mortar would have hardened on all those tools. So got this how I needed it, and then as soon as I was done, boom, outside to wash off all my tools. Okay, so that is it for this part of the video. Again, I hadn't seen too many great videos on how to actually set the flange depth and get it all into place. So I kind of wanted to do that to help out anybody who else was in my situation who was wanting to do it but couldn't find a good video on how to do it. So that will wrap up this video. The next step is going to be doing the mortar bed here and sloping it in. So we'll see you guys then.